What's up, guys? It's week 13, round 2 of the playoffs. We've only got 2 games on the slate today. We do have a guest that's going to give us his information or give his picks, his thoughts, what he's thinking. I'll let Vic tell you a little bit about who that is.
It's last year's ESPN's Commissioner of the Year, Kevin Murray. He's with the Murray Fantasy League. He's done some pretty good things over there for his leagues. Obviously, he's got recognized, got flown out to New York and Bristol, did all that. He's going to break down our games and basically hit on some key components throughout our year. Because I know he was asking for information on last year's champion, and also he was wanting information on Tiger. So I know he's going to hit some information on that. And he's got a guy named Blaze Schefter, who's their Adam Schefter, basically. And he's just got a whole bunch of characters that he likes to play into. I spoke with him yesterday. He's even wrote a script for our league, which I think is pretty cool. And we should be getting that at some point tonight.
Cool, that sounds good. So it's just me and Vic right now. We're going to do our picks. He's going to send us his commentary, his thoughts on what we've got going on, and we're going to tie it in to the video. Probably we'll put this video out for you guys for our opinions, and then we'll tie his in and just share that with you guys so that you see it, just for ease of doing it, honestly. So first thing up, we're going to talk about fourth down firepower, Cody Powell's game against Straight Cash homie Mark Woods. This is the first seed, Mark's first game of the playoffs, obviously. Last week we had Cody come out victorious and Chris Powell. So first up, we'll talk about that game and we'll let Vic kick it off for us.
Yeah, first off, congratulations, Cody, on setting that record by 0.1 points. But I have Cody winning this one pretty heavy. Just like Ryan said last year, Cody has all the components to win the entire thing. And why not whenever he's got Todd Gurley and Devontae Freeman? Devontae Freeman showed what he is capable of being back from the concussion protocol. And I like Antonio Brown going against New England this week. So I think Cody does it. And I don't know about Mark's team having so many Philadelphia players with Carson Wentz out. So I imagine he takes out Nelson Aguilar and puts in Juju Smith-Schuster on his first game back from suspension.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I got Cody winning it. I don't particularly think it's close either. I think matchup-wise, Cody just has a better road this week. Antonio Brown, Alex Collins for me are the game breakers that'll probably really put it over the top and put it out of reach for Mark. I like Dak against Oakland. Not crazy about Gurley against Seattle, but I just don't. Jared Goff's he's a good option, obviously, with Carson Wentz going down. But Aguilar and Jeffrey, like you said, it's going to be a matter of what can they do with Nick Foles. If Terrence is right, and for some reason or another Nick Foles is able to step in there and just humming around, those guys may have some value there. But I don't necessarily see it with Foles. But it's the playoffs; anything can happen, right? So.
And I also think Aaron Rodgers coming back hurts Straight Cash homie's flex position with Jamal Williams. But then again, they could play it safe. With Aaron Rodgers coming back, he has the same injury as Tony Romo did in 2015. And he's going against the Panthers, who also injured Tony Romo on his first game back. So be very hesitant. But Jamal Williams, it's kind of 50-50, obviously, but it's got to be something to watch.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Moving on to the next game, it is my first game of the playoffs against Switzer Sweets. Obviously, Chris took down Ganaway last week. So I will tell you what I think, and then Vic will make the only pick here. I'm pulling for my team, so I'm not going to make the pick. For me personally, I like what Chris has got. Kenyon Drake, Kareem Hunt, and Le'Veon Bell. In my opinion, if I can match what those guys do with my running backs, that's the only way I have a chance. Those guys are going to play well, I think. I've just got to keep up with those 3 guys. For me, that's what I like. Aaron Rodgers coming back in the Green Bay game helps me, I believe, with Cam Newton. I think Cam's going to have to keep up, so hopefully that puts his legs and his arm to the test and they really air it out. Last time Chris and I played, actually, Cam put up 33 points, and I'm pretty much looking forward to needing that again. I was lucky enough to come out victorious in that one, but both teams look drastically different whenever we played the last time. So there's not really a lot that you can compare there. I like my defensive matchup. I got Baltimore against Cleveland. That could be something that that gives me some sort of edge. If that defense is able to do it, we'll see what Chris's defense is able to do this week. But I think the matchup's close. And like I said, I think it comes back to whose running backs are going to really because I'm starting 3 running backs, he's starting 3 running backs. So which set of running backs can really put it over the top is what it rolls out for me. But let's let Vic make his pick here.
So I like your running backs. Again, like you just said, you have to go hand to hand with Chris's running backs. But I actually like your running backs here with Miami and Detroit. And then I imagine you're playing Frank Gore. Usually with flex players, if they're playing on a Thursday, you want to put them in your position that they are in, just in case, give you some wiggle room in case something happens on Sunday. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pick your team just because your team is more consistent. I looked at it earlier in the week, and your team is basically the team that you drafted. I believe you still have 8 or 9 players still on your team that you drafted, which is the most out of anybody in the league right now. So hats off to you on a great draft. And I think Chris falls, but it's going to be close, and I think it all comes down to Kareem Hunt. That up and down, he finally came out last week because it was against me, and he knew that. So he did come out to play. Right. And I think I'm going against Chargers with those 2 defensive ends or outside linebackers, whatever you want to call them, in a 3-4 defense. I think they slow Kareem Hunt down. And Le'Veon Bell against New England, you got to feel it. You got to figure out if New England's want to slow down Antonio Brown or Le'Veon. Usually they go after the running back first, and I think they can get that done. They don't have a lot on New England's side to get that done because he's a special player, but I like that, and I like Des Bryant to come back down. And Brandon Cooks, he's hit or miss. I mean, so he kind of goes with your Tyreek Hill. So I'm saying it comes down to your running backs, and I think your running backs have been more consistent, even though here in the past couple of weeks they haven't shown that, but I like your team this week.
Good deal. Well, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think it'll be a close matchup. Kareem Hunt will be a big one to watch against the Chargers. So that's
are you not worried about Frank Gore against Denver, though? Since Week 10, Frank Gore has averaged 20.8 carries a game, which is the most in the NFL. So
yeah, he's been getting his. I mean, I'm not really as much worried about what Frank Gore's going to do. I think Frank Gore's good for that 8 to 12 point range. I think that's going to be there. I worry about Kenyon Drake. If Drake explodes, I need Frank Gore to get up to 12, 15 points. If Kenyon Drake stays down, then I can deal with what I think Frank Gore's going to do. So I mean, it's
I think you're destined just because you have the Lombardi frame behind you.
You think so? Yeah, it's I mean, it's the playoffs, anything can happen. So there's no guarantees. There's not. I mean, you got to have some luck at this point to get it done. So it'll be fun to watch, though. We'll see what happens. I guess you can't. There's not really a lot to do right now about it. You're just kind of sitting back waiting for it. I looked at the waiver wire. I added Paul Richardson and dropped Rashard Matthews, which is not going to do anything. I'm not going to play either of those guys. I just felt like I needed to do something because I'm just sitting here looking at it. So that's what I did. I added Paul Richardson, which is not going to start. He's not going to play. He's not anything. Yeah. But yeah, at this point of the year, I mean, everybody's just kind of sitting back, hoping their guys perform. And if they don't, then you're probably not moving on.
With the 4 teams that's left, the only thing you can do with waiver wire is just getting any defenses or anything like that they can play against you if you happen to play next week. But there's not really a lot out there. But also you don't want to drop someone that they can use against you. Yeah. But you also got to be who are you going against? What do they need? Like for instance, Mark, he doesn't have a quarterback, so you wouldn't go and drop either Cam or Alex Smith because possibly playing him next week.
Right.
So it is very strategic now. It's more of a defense, keep away. Rather than, like you said earlier, Paul Richardson or anyone like that. It's no reason to hold on to him anymore.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to put Paul Richardson in the starting wide receiver spot, who cares? I mean, I can't. It's over, right? Well, that's what we got for you. Like I said, we'll add in. We're going to share what we've done here with you guys today for episode number 13. Last week will be the championship episode number 14, and then we'll have a league wrap-up episode 15. So we're coming down to the wire with the show for the year also. That episode 15, we will obviously put the champion on the show with us to share how he did it, I guess, so we can put him down next year. But that's all we got. We'll put Kevin Murray and his commentary out to you guys as well as soon as we see that. And then best of luck. Best of luck to Mark this week. I would like that matchup next week against Mark. So even though I think Cody pulls it out, I'm definitely rooting for Mark. And obviously I'm rooting for myself. But Vic, any final closing thoughts for us?
I'm rooting for you as well. I can't see Chris win a second one. It'll hurt me.
Oh,
basically. Yeah. Hurt a lot of people, but it really hurt me. And it's his birthday today.
Yeah.
So let's see what Denver and Indianapolis pulls up tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, happy birthday, Chris. Like I said, pulling for you today, pulling against you on the weekend. So that's all we got.
Championship is on Christmas.
That is, yeah. All right, well, that's all we got for you guys. Hope you have a good day, and we will talk to you guys this weekend.